Population control is ethical. Pineapple on pizza smacks. Gender is fluid.
1, 2, 3, fuck it.
Hi, I'm Maddie. Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be doing another installment in my car ranting series. I wanted this one to be a little more interactive and not just ranting about the same topic for 8 to 10 minutes. So I asked you guys on my Instagram to send me your unpopular opinions, and let's just say you all delivered. Without further ado, let's just get into the video. Alright, so I'm not going to be doing these in any particular order, and for the confidentiality of the person who sent them in, I'm not going to be having usernames on the screen. But the first unpopular opinion is that eating meat isn't sustainable. As a vegetarian and a person who has now made 2 videos on this, yes, I definitely agree with you. Eating meat is not sustainable at all. Like I said, I have an entire video where I talk about how unsustainable the meat industry is and all the environmental impacts of meat. So if you're interested in more in-depth description, then you can go check out that video. Next is that vanilla ice cream is better than chocolate. I disagree with this. I absolutely love chocolate ice cream, and vanilla is fine, but I just find it to be a very bland palate. When given the choice between vanilla and chocolate, I'm always going to choose chocolate. I know the argument with vanilla is that you can kind of customize it to whatever you want, but in my eyes, I'm always going to want chocolate, so why not just get chocolate ice cream and make it even more chocolatey? That just seems like the better end of the stick to me. The next unpopular opinion is that Shrek is overrated. I never really got into Shrek, so I guess I agree with you on that. From the few Shrek movies that I have seen, I do like Shrek a lot, but I don't really see why people hype it up so much, but they are decent movies. Next is that gender is fluid, and I know this is like extremely controversial, but I have to say that the gender that you identify with is fluid. Yes, I agree with that. I think that's totally reasonable for people to identify with one gender for a period of time and then switch and go back and forth. I don't really think the one that you identify with in the beginning is the one that you have to stick with for the rest of your life. I know, again, that's a very controversial topic and people have many different opinions on that. That is just mine, that the gender that you identify with is fluid and can change if you want it to. Next is that steak isn't good. As a vegetarian, I will have to agree with you, but even before I went vegetarian, I never really liked steak, and it's one of those meals that at fancy restaurants, people are just like,
oh my god, steak is so good, you have to get steak, it's the best.
And I don't see that. I never really liked steak. The only time that I ever really liked steak and would purposefully get steak would be at the melting pot. I would always get the steak dish with my mom, but other than that, I think it's definitely overhyped. The next unpopular opinion says pineapple on pizza smacks. It's a good balance of sweet and savory. Again, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this. I do not like pineapple on pizza. I do not think it belongs on pizza. I cannot imagine taking a bite of my sauceless cheese pizza and then there being a blob of pineapple on it. That just sounds so gross. Especially like cooked pineapple is fine, but it's very slimy. And just imagining the slimy feeling in the juices mixing with the perfection that is my garlic olive oil cheese pizza really saddens my heart, and I do not see how people eat this. Whenever I go to a pizza place with my grandma, she always gets the Hawaiian pizza, which is ham and pineapple, and I'm just sitting here thinking, that is the most disgusting thing I could imagine putting in my mouth. It's so bad. High school is overrated minus friends. College is where the fun is really at. As a current high school student, I have not been to college yet, but I can already agree with you. High school has not really been that fun. I have learned a lot of things in high school. I think it really opened your eyes up to many things, but I'm definitely really looking forward to college, and I have been since my freshman year of high school, just because I don't really vibe with high school. Even like with the friends part, I have a few really close high school friends, but I definitely see colleges where I'm going to make a lot more lifelong friends. There are very few people that I'm friends with in high school that I see manifesting into lifelong friendships. And I feel like a lot of friendships in high school are extremely superficial. And I think that college is where people kind of see reality and start to seek those deeper friendships and relationships, which definitely does not happen in high school. So I agree with you. Strawberry ice cream is underrated. I do not think it is underrated. I think it is rated perfectly normal. Strawberry ice cream? Ew! Who eats strawberry ice cream? That stuff's nasty. My worst fear in elementary school would be at the ice cream parties when they would have the tubs that had chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, and I would say chocolate, and then there would be strawberry ice cream in my chocolate. I'm such a picky eater, and I know it sounds so bad and stuck up, but I would not even eat it. It was, ugh. Strawberry ice cream, 5 thumbs down, disgusting. The next unpopular opinion says population control is ethical. So this one is pretty intense, not gonna lie. I think that population control to a certain extent is ethical. I do not think population control in the way that China did it a while back, where you're saying you could only have 1 child. If you have 2, there's going to be all these consequences. So people were killing their children, and specifically their female children they were killing because they wanted male children. That's not ethical in my eyes. I don't agree with that. But encouraging people to have less children, just in general encouraging a lower population, I think that is ethical. But in terms of limiting the number of kids or killing kids, I do not think that part of it is ethical. Okay, this next one is a local unpopular opinion, but I'm going to put it in some code words so I can still share it with you. In my town, there are 2 different local coffee shop chains. The one that I always go to, we're going to call it DJ's, and the newer one in town that this person is referencing, we're going to call it TA's. So this unpopular opinion reads, TA's has a better coffee than Starbucks. No, 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 no. TA's coffee is absolutely disgusting. It tastes just straight up coffee water. I have gotten coffee from them a couple of times, and it is just straight up water. It is not mixed properly. The flavor is not there. What I get from the grocery store is better than TA's coffee. And that's saying something because the grocery store stuff is barely palatable. Now, Starbucks is my baby. You guys know I love Starbucks. I go to Starbucks all the time, spend way too much money there. But whatever. Starbucks coffee is immaculate. Nothing can beat it. Not even DJ's, which I get multiple times a week. And that cannot even beat Starbucks. So there is no way that you can tell me TA's has better coffee than Starbucks. Ugh. Just because you go to an Ivy League doesn't mean you deserve more respect. Preach it, girl. I 100% agree. Just because you go off to Harvard and get your PhD in something does not mean that you deserve more respect than someone who did their first 2 years at community college and then transferred to a small public in-state school and got their business degree. That doesn't matter. You both graduated college. You both have jobs. You're both making a living. Just because you maybe went to a more prestigious school or make more money does not mean that you're better or deserve more respect than someone who didn't. Maybe that person was just as smart but chose not to. I think there needs to be an end to people putting so much weight on where you go to school. La La Land's ending sucked. I wanted a happy ending. I agree. I watched La La Land a year or 2 ago, and I was so disappointed with the ending. Honestly, I felt like the movie was a lot more highbrow than what I normally watch, and it wasn't my favorite movie, but the ending definitely contributed to me not really liking the movie. What the heck? Giving 16-year-olds a brand new car isn't a good idea. I 100% agree. My car that I got when I turned 16 is a used car. Granted, it is a very nice used car, and I am extremely grateful that my parents were so kind enough to pay for most of this car for me. And I think that giving 16-year-olds a brand new car, specifically a brand new, nice, expensive sports car, people at my school, is insane. It's inevitable that they're going to crash or bump up against something, especially when you're in the high school parking lot. Hello, that place, there's no traffic rules. I have personally had experiences in the school parking lot of people banging their doors against my car. My car even got keyed. I didn't do anything to anyone for my car to get keyed, but it still got keyed. So giving 16-year-olds a brand new car, especially a nicer one, when they're going to be driving into the high school parking lot every single day is such a bad idea. If you really want to get them a nicer new car, wait till they graduate. Once they graduate, that can be their graduation gift, but get them a used car to go to high school with. These are all the unpopular opinions that you sent me on Instagram. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below any more unpopular opinions that you have so we can get a little controversial in the comments. And be sure that you're subscribed and have the bell turned on so you'll be notified every single time I upload a new video. Plus, I've been trying to go live a couple times a week on my channel, so be sure that your notifications are turned on so you'll know when I'm going live, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.
It's not about personality matrixels and charts. It's all about the bumps in your heart.